Hello, I'm Nico, the growing guru, and this is the Sanctuary, so you can see what we do on a consistent basis. So first things first, when we get here, we start by watering the plants, because our plants are the most important part of the plan. That's a good line. So yeah, we just mist them off right now. We got a bunch of seedlings coming up, so we're just making sure to get all the dirt off of them. You know, a little growing guru trick is make sure that you give them a little shower, clean them off every so often. Right? Plants are like people. Or people are like plants. Yeah, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we need to get our swamp coolers running. They've been running for the last day, doing their job, but you can see they're out of water. So we're gonna start by just getting them all nice and soaked. We're pretty much just soaking them so that we can start to get it cooled off, because right now it is 95 degrees in the greenhouse. So we definitely need to get these swamp coolers back on. It's been hot today. It's been about 95 degrees. Okay, so this is one of our most amazing parts about our whole sanctuary, and that is this, I call it an algae growing bioponic system. So it's not only a hydroponic system, you can obviously see it's growing amazing. It is also an algae growing system. You can see inside there's a bunch of algae growing, and we have a tube that's back here that we can then just drain it off. It's got an air tube attached to it that is then hooked up to this part, which runs all the way to a little solar panel. It works pretty amazing. It could be optimized better. At the same time, we like it enough where we got a bigger version. It's about double the size, and we think that should be a pretty good start to get our next experiment up and running, up and growing, which is all these buckets. We have them testing out the algae. It's not really growing great since it's not being aerated. We now have our next prototypes, kale. So this is one of our failed experiments currently. That was supposed to be algae. It was growing all nice and green, and then we had something happen, whether it was a contamination or whether it wasn't getting aerated as consistently. Either way, it died, turned into red algae, which is toxic. So we are going to take this very soon and put it into the biodigester, which I will show you next, and that is the true superhero of this system. Okay, back at ya. It's Nico, the growing guru. So here's a little overview of our system, our superhero system, and it all starts with the food waste, right? Oh, that's disgusting. That's been sitting here for too long. Anyways, we put the organic waste into the biodigester. It grinds it all up, ferments in there pretty much, just like your stomach ferments the food, and then it breaks it down and it comes out as this beautiful nutrients for your plants, or for algae, or for trees, for house plants. I spray it on lawns for our lawn and garden care company, and all around it's just an amazing fertilizer. So that's the whole system with that. What's really awesome with what we've set up so far is that we can just turn on one switch. It turns on our electronics that then pump. That's what this big barrel is here for. It's the digestate, and all that digestate then circulates up into there, overflows, and it basically, from just those two pumps, waters with this digestate in the tank, waters all the plants, whether it's with our moisture sensor. It waters all the seedlings, as you can see here with this. It's watering all the seedling trays. Here's our moisture sensor, and it waters everything. Everything is watered through electronics. So it's seamless, obviously. as a prototype. It needs work. To end it on a high note, this system with the superhero digester is growing with its sidekick, the bioponic system. Algae inside is sequestering maximum amount of carbon. Our final portion, big portion of the project, is this beautiful 1955 Ford F500 farm truck that we picked up for a bargain. It's solid steel and it's really neat. It's how it ties into the whole system. So as you can see, it's a rather large truck. What we want to do with it, because it doesn't have an engine in it, all it has is a differential. We're planning on taking a